All right, that was just perfect timing, my sweet potatoes. Woo! That was so refreshing. Snuck that little 420 in there at the tail end of my siesta. And then had a quick phone call with Rosencrantz, and I was like, hey, I'm having my 420. He says it's only 220 because he's in Cali. I go, yeah, that's what's beautiful is that it's 620. I'll be able to have yet another 420 because I am beyond time once again. One of the beauties of road tripping and of being a skipping stone like I am, a product of the craft, not of any place. I'm not Texan or Californian or Indian or American or of anywhere. I am of the craft between places, you see. I am of the vehicle, in this case Carl. I am of Carl. I am the single resident of Carlandia in this instance. Or I am of the aircraft. Most often 700 series ones because of the fact that I've traveled abroad a lot. But DC-10s are also my home. And when people over the years, when I was younger, right, they would ask, oh, is it difficult, or if I was struggling with something emotionally, they would immediately kind of point to it, oh, it's because you're battling with two cultures, you're battling with your Indian culture and your American culture. You don't know who to be, and so you're confused and so on. That's a huge projection from other people, and it's nowhere near the reality. The reality is that since I was very young, I started traveling way before everybody else. Like in 1971, I went around the world. So I've been going around the world a bunch long before the digital generation kids and their tools made it easy. I was going around with backpacks and no phones and various means of my own. And this lane is, let's do it. It's so crazy. I'm going back to this lane. I think the trucks have basically made this lane undrivable out here in West Texas. Out in New West Texas, out in El Paso. All right, see if we get a. Well, that'll be too old for there to be a DCMA issue. But we're returning to the point at hand. A quick siesta sliced into a 420, which I will double in a couple of hours. Because I am not of any time zone at the moment, is a feeling of joy that the road brings to me. It wouldn't be to everybody. A lot of people, I think, are unnerved. You have to be at your destination, or you have to be where you're going from, or you have to be mad about where you are because of this, or you have to be happy about where you are because of that. That is not the point here. I have not committed to anywhere because I am 50 years old. I'm young. I have a young ego about this. Started real early, kept moving, went to lots of places, and I have not decided to plant roots. And that is something for me that's exceptionally pleasurable. I get great joy from doing things like this. What this trip was a reminder of what the road is to me. And the road to me, as Tagore said, is my wedded companion. It's the place where I can conduct philosophy and psychology and art and creativity, and I can clear my mind, and I can unpack and repack it like we did this time, or I can see how people behave. Like just now, I have a really funny sort of set of thoughts about how people perceive of me in different places, because when I'm there I try to fit right because it's pointless, and then I hope while fitting there that someone there will come to know me, and the place where that's happened most has been California. But there are things about me that even my friends in California don't fully grasp. Perhaps there's something more Indian in nature or something more Texan in nature about me. I mean, those are the three places that have the deepest influence on me, one could say, being where I was born, then bred, and then became a man. And there's tension between the two that Californians do not even register Texas. They you could see the like tension immediately and desire to not be talking about it. And then Texans, they get virulently angry and shout stereotypes about Californians. And I have to sit and listen to these in both places, and sometimes in the past when I was stronger, I think, or younger or more stupid, maybe, I would try to intervene or play devil's advocate, as they say, but I'm not. I don't think it's the devil. I think I have more insight into the opposing viewpoint because I've had depth of field there. But now I don't do that anymore because I do love California, and it is where I belong, and it is my home, and Texas has grown stupider and worse. So I'm among the side that dislikes it. It oppresses me. As I arrive here, I feel already I don't know, there's things I know are going to happen. I can feel them already. And how distasteful they are to me. I see them as discourteous and an imposition upon me. I see them as partly racist. But it's from ignorance, not racist from like a distaste for my race. I definitely feel like an outsider. All the time. So walking into that, I have to try to take the trip and the lessons learned from it and the feeling of goodness that I feel now. And that's funny too, because I said felt. I said, the way I felt there, I just said to Jason on the phone, right? Like, felt as though just in the 2 days I've driven here, it's already changed. That's not good. And that's part of the problem here. I haven't had a beer even today. You know what? I think I'm gonna chew up another 200 miles or so. And then stop for a beer. I was gonna maybe try to make it to SA, but I needed that nap. Alright, my yuccas, my sweet potatoes, my friends. Actually, I think you're only one person. I think you're only Olive Matt. But yo, Matt, I gotta talk as though it's not. Because perhaps one day that will be the case.